Thermal energy, commonly called heat, plays a really important part in the natural processes of Earth and in human life. Thermal energy is the transfer of heat from one substance or body to another. Here on planet Earth, the third rock from the Sun, we live in a balance with the thermal energy that flows from the Sun and provides the light and warmth that sustains life and makes our planet habitable for humans. Imagine what it would be like if there were no thermal energy from the Sun to help warm our planet. All water would be frozen. Or, if we had too much thermal energy from the Sun to support human life, and it was too hot, water would boil and evaporate away, and we would have a baked planet. Our delicate balance with the Sun on planet Earth allows for just the right amount of evaporation and condensation that permits the water cycle to function and rain and other precipitation to fall and rise back into the atmosphere, helping to create our climate with winds and rain inland. There are a few things about thermal energy that are important to know. Thing 1. Thermal energy always flows from hot to cold. This happens on a small scale with a pot of water on your stove, and on a big scale with thermal energy moving around our planet in the oceans and the atmosphere. Thing 2. Molecules containing a lot of thermal energy move more quickly than molecules with low thermal energy. If you combine thermal energy, thing 1, and thing 2, you will find thing 3. Fast-moving molecules with lots of thermal energy will move and bump into slow-moving molecules with low amounts of thermal energy and make them move faster. This makes them higher in temperature. The fast-moving molecules slow down somewhat by the contact with the slow-moving molecules and cool down.
There are 3 ways that thermal energy can be transferred. Let's take a look at each of those ways. Conduction is the transfer of heat from hot to cold between 2 parts of a stationary system, caused by a temperature difference between the parts. Think of the ways the conduction of thermal energy is part of your everyday life. Conduction takes place in a mug, getting warm from the hot coffee inside it, with the fast-moving molecules in the coffee conducting their thermal energy into the slower-moving molecules in the coffee mug until they increase their thermal energy and move quickly.
Ouch!
So that it feels hot outside of and inside of the mug. Can you think of any other situations where thermal energy is transferred through conduction? Pause the video for a moment and consider this question. Convection is the transfer of heat from hot to cold by the circulation or movement of the heated parts of a liquid or gas. On a stove, the thermal energy from the burner is transferred to the pot through conduction. The thermal energy then transfers to the water molecules inside the bottom of the pot. The hot water molecules with high thermal energy now circulate up to the top of the pot to the cooler water molecules with low thermal energy. The cooler water molecules are forced to descend to the bottom of the pot, where they are heated up and become molecules with high thermal energy. This rising circulating motion from hot to cold with descending cold molecules is called convection. It can happen in liquids such as water and gases like air. The convection of air molecules heated up by the thermal energy transferred by the hot land rises up to cooler air higher in the atmosphere, causing the air molecules up there to heat up as well. The cooler air molecules with low thermal energy will descend to the Earth to be heated up. Can you think of any other situations where thermal energy is transferred through convection? Take a break for a moment and think about the answer to this question. The third way that thermal energy is transferred is through radiation. Radiation is the complete process in which energy is emitted by one body, transmitted through an intervening medium or space from hot to cold, and absorbed by another body. The Sun radiates thermal energy towards the Earth and the rest of the solar system. An electric heater radiates thermal energy. This makes you feel mighty toasty on a winter day. Can you think of any other situations where thermal energy is transferred through radiation? Pause the video for a moment and think about this question, and where else we might experience radiation. Conduction, convection, and radiation heat transfer occur all over the place every day. Keep a lookout to see and feel the power of thermal energy impacting you and your environment.